At some point, everything's going to go south on you. Everything's going to go south, and you're going to say, this is it. This is how I am. Now, you can either accept that, or you can get to work.
That quote has nothing to do with what we're doing, because that's The Martian. This is the things they carried. And we're going into deep analysis of the chapter Church by Tim O'Brien. Yeah, let's get into it. So, there's these soldiers, and they discover this pagoda, which, if you don't know, it's like a church-like building, Vietnamese tradition, stuff like that. I don't really know. I'm not Vietnamese. But there's two monks living here, so it says at the start of the chapter, we came across an abandoned pagoda, or almost abandoned, because a pair of monks lived there in a tar paper shack, tending a small garden. So there was these monks. They're very hospitalious. Is that a word? I'm going with it. They're very hospitalious. They basically wash these soldiers there, being kind, with Jesus washed people's feet. Christ-like figures? Good idea. I have zero clue. But these monks, they are being kind, they're helping out, they're godlike they're definitely made in the image of God. They're being kind to godlike figures in a garden. Sound familiar, don't it? We'll get into that. So these monks, trying to be kind, they clean this M60, which, if you don't know, it's a machine gun, which is used to kill people. Just in case you didn't know. So they're now using this oil to clean the machine gun, which oil back in the time was used to purify Old Testament, New Testament, not just olive oil to make potatoes. The Martian. Ooh, inside joke. Insane ball knowledge. Anyway, so they're cleaning this machine gun with oil, basically purifying it, except for it's now going to kill more people. That's the mission of it. So it is not it's not truly repenting. We could get into the fall of man, sin, all this stuff. What I get out of it is the machine gun is trying to kind of persuade them, oh, here's some more. Here's some little destruction right here. We got some bullets. We got some guns. Here you go. Here's a little insight onto what things are going to be. Here you go. Here's some knowledge. Yeah. So I get serpent vibes from the M60. Also, so we got the Dobbins and a quick bath at the very end of the chapter. They've had this little wax on, wax off thing, which, if you don't know, that's baptism. You didn't know that in Karate Kid, did you? No, I'm joking. But in the chapter, the wax on, wax off washing motion, I feel, is a sign of baptism. So they obviously did it to the soldiers, probably try and be kind and purify them. But at the end, Dobbins reciprocates the motion, which I view as him trying to purify himself. He's there's these nice godlike figures. Let me make myself look better. Let me put myself higher up on a tier list, so that they think, oh yeah, he's pure now, all this stuff. When he's ultimately leaving the garden, which is Eden, leaving Eden, which was bad out there, and now he's going to ultimately kill people. So, is he really pure? Is he really saved? I don't think so. Which, obviously, yeah. And then he also talks about, earlier in the chapter, he talks about, maybe after, after the war, maybe I'll join up with these guys. Join how, Kyowa said. Wear robes, take the pledge. And he also talks about how he wants to, live this life. He wants to be a pastor, except for, because he gets, free housing, free car. It's a great life. He gets to talk to people, except for the fact he doesn't know how to, why God lets people die. Great question. Not many people could answer it. I get that. But you're not trying to take up the cross. You're not trying to take the initiative to try and learn it, try to explain it to people, to help people, and get this life you want. You just want to be up here, make yourself look better to people. So he ultimately wants this life not doing anything. He wants to be God-like, but not really earn it. He wants the knowledge of good and evil, but he wants to eat the apple. Okay. Then at the very end, they leave, and they offer fruit. It's a can of peaches. And the fruit is definitely tainted with blood. It came at a cost to people's lives. You wouldn't have gotten that can of peaches unless there wasn't a war. So there's war. Now he's giving it. He's like, oh, here's some fruit. It might be tainted with blood. People died, but it's okay. Here, just take it. Just take it. Fruit, symbolizing it's tainted with war, knowledge of good and evil. Evil side, there's war. Hey, more you know. I think the ultimate purpose of the chapter is to talk about how peace and war cannot occupy the same space. The soldiers, they're here, and they just like destroyed it. They had their weapons all over this amazing like church-type place, and now it's just tainted with war. These like monks now have this fruit which came at the cost of people's lives. They cleaned a gun. They now know a gun exists. Did they know it before? Who knows? They were in an abandoned pagoda, okay? And this also leads me to the like he gave them these fruit. He gave them chocolate bar out like act of kindness. But was it just because he wanted to cover who he was? It's like, hey, here's some fruit. Here's a chocolate bar. Yeah, I'm just going to go kill more people. Yeah. Don't worry about that. Here's a chocolate bar. Did he really do it because he's kind, or did he just do it so that he didn't feel that bad about himself? I don't know. Something to leave you with. Hey, it was great talking to you guys. You should come back next time. Yeah, no. There's not going to be a next time. I'm getting back into my Martian motivation. Have a great day.